Hello, everyone. Today is January 6, 2018, 2019 rather, excuse me. I've already forgotten what day it is. Let me find that real quick. Hang on, I'm going to disappear for a second. 2:40. Okay, there we go. I have an Excel sheet that tells me what day it is. It's day 2.240. And just want to touch a base about today's video. Will be real quick, focused on laser versus electrolysis. Yesterday I had my 15 session of laser, and I had electrolysis about 3 weeks ago for the second time. And it was the first laser treatment I had, and as part of the briefing for doing the laser, they ask you, are you on any new medication? I feel like I'm distant from the camera here. Have you been in the sun? Did you get UV treatments or something? And I said no. The only thing that's different is that I had a session of electrolysis, and the technician, who is a nurse, the technician who runs the laser machine, she looked at me like, I expected her face to melt off like Indiana Jones style. And she said, we've never had anyone who's done laser and electrolysis at the same time. And then she like, and I want to give her, she was concerned about me, so I'll take that as a positive. But it was almost like, she said to me, well, I don't know if I can treat you. I don't know what our policy is. And I was just sitting there going, your first thought is, oh my gosh, how did I screw this up? And anyway, it turns out that, and I didn't know this, at the place there, they don't have anything written in stone, nothing written in the terms of the contract, but they say that you agree not to do anything like facial peels or UV treatments or whatever. And my fear was it negated the terms of my contract, because I had signed a lifetime agreement that I would get laser until my hair was gone, So however long it takes, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. And so my first gut fear is, oh my gosh, I screwed this up. And as it turns out, they were very, very cool. And they said, no, tell you what, if you feel like you are getting results with electrolysis, as long as you don't have electrolysis within 3 weeks of the laser, we're cool with it. And then 2 weeks after. So I thought that was kind of neat. But it kind of brought up, in my mind, somewhat of the debate between laser and electrolysis. And I don't know where I got it from. I'm going to say the internet, or talking in the support group and whatnot. People saying that you shouldn't do you do one or the other. And that if you have, dark hairs, the laser should be pretty okay, but if you have light hairs or gray hairs, or what I call the translucent hairs, laser's not going to do anything because it doesn't have the pigment in the hair to fry. And from the laser people yesterday, of course, they were like, no, that's not true. And I can tell you, where I'm at, after having 15 sessions of laser, I have to shave every day to get those little translucent hairs. And so, in my opinion, it doesn't necessarily work. I mean, this is going to be, your mileage may vary, everyone's different, etc., etc. And, so it's one of those things, according to the laser people that I go to, it's like, oh no, eventually we will get those hairs. It just takes longer because they are lighter and they don't have as much pigment in them. And the woman who, again, talked to me afterwards said, even what I call the translucent hairs, looks like a fishing line, does have pigment in it when it's in the root. And I guess the root, she said the root is a little darker than the top. And so that's what the laser catches on and fries. Now again, what they're saying. It takes a while. It takes a while. And so, again, I think sometimes when we price it and we say laser versus electrolysis, we're like, well, you can get 6 sessions of laser for blah, 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 thinking that that's it. And in reality, laser may be, I'm going to say a lifetime, but I don't think so. Laser could be several years of laser, several sessions of laser. So that's kind of something to think about as you're doing your roadmap of your transition roadmap of where you're going to get, how you're going to do things. The other common wisdom / I don't even know what I'm going to call it, rumor, table talk, the support group Table Talk talks about electrolysis as being like a final solution, but it does take a while. And I'm not sure of the statistics. I know for laser, I thought it was 15% success rate with zapping it. If the hair is in the right phase, there's 3 phases of your hair, whether it's growing or dormant, and if the stars are aligned and the planets are right and it's the right day of the month and whatever, there's a 15% chance it'll zap it. And I'm not sure if that's really true or what the electrolysis pass-fail rate is. And again, everyone's going to be different. Your skin is different than my skin. Everyone's going to do differently. So prior to going to yesterday, and I think my electrolysis woman also does laser, but for her, she's and I've only been to 2 sessions with her, so I can't give much information just firsthand about her. But again, it just seemed to me like laser, and again, this is my own internet scuttlebutt. I guess maybe I shouldn't perpetuate it, nip it in the bud, and say I don't know what I'm talking about. I say that up front. I don't know what I'm talking about, but my impression was that laser can be sort of a shotgun approach to doing a lot of area quickly, but may not be as permanent, or as with electrolysis, you're going hair to hair to hair, as opposed to the laser, which the smaller head is about the size of your knuckle here on your pinky, and that's the little so again, your mileage may vary, but it did kind of give me a good 30 seconds of fear, because I was like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? Did I violate my contract? Are they going to kick me out? Your thing is null and void, we'll never see you again, etc., etc. And at that point, yeah, you're on electrolysis. What else was I going to say? Now, the technician also went in to tell me why electrolysis is bad. And I'm probably going to offend, or chances of offending people who do electrolysis, and that's not my intent. Okay, I do electrolysis too. I still am going to do electrolysis. But what she said to me was that electrolysis takes the follicle out of the root, or the root zaps the root, pulls the follicle out. And so when the laser comes along and does its little bzz, 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 there's nothing in there for it to work on. Now, logically, you can say, well, but if the electrolysis got the hair and fried it, and so there's no more hair in the thing, then there wouldn't be hair in the thing. I mean, it's like you can't have your cake and eat it too, right? You can eat it and it's gone, or you can have it in front of you. So again, I'm not sure I can go down that logic argument, but I just want to share my experience of what happened to me, and if that benefits anybody, I don't know, but it did scare the heck out of me. And it's there are days sometimes I question this process. We do the best we can, and we get as far as we can get, understanding that we're not going to be perfection. But I think for any human being, perfection is something to strive for. It's not something you'll ever really achieve, because there'll always be something, you know. I guess it depends on how far or lower you set the bar. So we'll share that. The other thing I'll share real quick is go back to work tomorrow after being off 2 weeks. I'm a little bit antsy. And I had changed my antidepressant about 2 weeks ago. And I think I'm beginning to see some effects, some positive effects. Today I actually have interest in doing hobbies and stuff that I didn't have before. So I think that's positive. And then the other thing I'll do, and then I promise I'll shut up for today. There's a support group meeting later today, and you know, I guess I wanted to really dress up and go and show, you know, but at the same time, I think to be realistic in a way, you know, women do whatever the hell they want to do. I was gonna say trans women or women, but we're all women, right? I mean, and we do whatever the hell we want to do. So maybe what I was about to say wasn't gonna make sense. My next door neighbor here in the duplex, I've never seen her wear makeup, you know. And so this morning when I got up, I said, you know, I'm gonna shave and wash my hair, and then, you know, I'll curl it, and I'll go to the meeting, and I'll look, you know, all my makeup, and I'll look wonderful. And then the reality is, when I sat down, I'm like, damn, I don't want to do nothing. Today's Sunday. I'm taking it off, you know. So we do what we want to do, you know. Anyway, I thought it was cute. I really wanted to. I've been reading comics, and why the hell? No, you didn't. No, I promised I'd shut up. But why is it that comic books don't have plus size women in them? Have you noticed that when you look at a comic character? And I guess I can only say for Marvel, although I am pretty sure DC is probably the same thing. You know, Carol Danvers, a beautiful woman with these beautiful breasts and everything, and even I went and looked up Squirrel Girl, who's like one of my favorite characters, and they've put her through, you know, she used to be kind of a mousy, you know, girl who talks to squirrels, and the evolution of her, they've made her into this sexy, again, big breasts and skinny and everything. I don't know. It'd be nice to see some plus size for those of us who are plus size. More realistic instead of this idealized female image. Maybe that's some of my own shortcomings too. But, all right, my friends, that's it for today. I wish you all good luck in your journey and becoming the best person that you want to be as you see fit, okay? And here comes another wave of sun. I do like the way I move this room. I get light now. It's almost too much light, and I won't complain about that. So, all right, till next time, take care and good luck in your journey.